Today, the ninth thing I wish I had known before caregiving, and that is I would be glad I did. Caregiving was a bittersweet experience, of course, as anyone who is living in the day-to-day experience of caregiving. We face, and I faced, many challenges. And for me, specifically, some of the most challenging things were my previous hopes and dreams and aspirations that I had decided for myself prior to this caregiving experience. It's strange how life seemingly called me to make a choice between what I thought was the direction my life would go versus the direction I actually chose, which was obviously caregiving for 10 years. And of course now, looking back, of course I'm glad I did it. I really, in the early days, was in the middle of grieving my mother, but didn't truly have time and the understanding of how to do that, because my grandmother needed me, and I just wanted to make life as easy as possible for her because she had been through so many challenges, and her dementia was obvious at this point, and I just was glad that I could be there for her in a real heart-filled way. But inwardly, I was struggling with, my life, my plans and goals dissipating. Now that COVID is here, life was going to change for me anyway, and I just didn't really know that at that point. And I'm glad, of course, that I was able to be with her as much as I could be, and learn the many lessons that she taught me on our journey. I think the main thing that I would like to convey today is that we can find gratitude in some of the most challenging circumstances. I know I did, and I was not the most likely person to become a caregiver. Those who knew me in the beginning would vouch for that. But it's interesting how the power of love can redirect you and really put you on a path that you're meant to travel. So for that, I am truly glad. As always, guys, it is my mission, and the reason that I'm here, that I'm sitting here today, is to lift a life. That's something that I feel strongly about. It was a message that came to me while I was caregiving in some of my darkest days. That message was just there, lift a life, and I did have to learn for it to be my own in the beginning. But as time went on, I found that by helping to lift another, I in turn was lifted. So it is a win-win situation. So in closing today, I invite you to lift a life, and some days it will just be your own. But with overflow, we have the power to help another. And of course, as caregivers, you are already lifting life each day with love. So that's my message. That's why I'm here. I think my grandmother would be very proud of that message. And through our journey, I have been inspired to share it. So That's all for today, guys. So join me next time for the 10th thing I wish I had known before caregiving.